Welcome to Powerviz. Are you struggling to filter your report by your company's fiscal year? What if you could create a one-click preset that automatically filters data for the right fiscal year? In this video, I'll show you how to use the date picker by Powerviz to create a fiscal year preset by simply using a measure. Let's dive in. Many businesses don't follow the traditional January to December calendar year. For example, a company might have a fiscal year that runs from July to June or October to September. To make reporting easier, we need a way to select and filter data based on this custom period. I've created a preset here called FY 2025, which is based off a company's fiscal year that runs through 1st of July until 30th of June. I've created a simple measure here called is current fiscal year. I've defined a variable called fiscal year start where I'm using the date function to identify the year using the today's function. And then I'm using the month function here within the today's function to get the month number. And I'm wrapping this up within an if statement here. If the month number is less than 7, then it needs to return 1. Else this needs to return a 0, which will then subtract with the year value that we have here. And then the date function here has the second argument, which is month, and then the third argument here, which is date, which is always going to be constant in this case, the 1st of July, and then the year. This is dynamic here so that when we go on to the next year, it will automatically select your next fiscal year. And then I have the fiscal year end. I'm again using the date function here. And then within the date function, I'm using the year function to add +1 to the fiscal year start. And then the end date here, which is June 30. And then I have a return statement here. I'm using an if condition if my selected value order date is greater than equals to fiscal year start and the order date is less than my fiscal year end, then return 1, else return a 0. Now that this measure is created, let me show you how to set this up. I'm going to go to a new page here. In my date picker visual, what I will do is I'm going to bring in the is current fiscal year into the preset section and then head over to the advanced settings under presets. Let's scroll down and add a new preset. Give this a preset name. For example, let's call this as FY 2025. And in the presets, you already have this selected is current fiscal year. Let's click on save preset and then click on apply. Go back to your report. In the preset section, you will now be able to see the FY 25 preset that we just created. And when you click on that particular preset, you will be able to see the dates automatically selected for the current fiscal year. And that's how you can easily set up a fiscal year preset using the date picker visual in Power BI. With just a simple measure, you can dynamically filter your reports based on fiscal years and improve your report interactivity. Want to try it yourself? Download the date picker visual from App Source or directly from our website.